This time with Javonte Williams. And it worked this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we've heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Somebody call you.
Encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this
funny.
play coming up.
Oh my God. So
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
He leaves the stroller outside because he's still his coffee. And with the child in it, he goes back in.
Back to throw. Clements.
Rolls it and runs into the tree. Aiden, where are you? He finds the little boy in the stroller in the tree. He says, "Are you okay?" And are you here to little boy? No!
Experience, I can tell you. That's what defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much.
Quarterbacks
in this league, you know they'll pick you apart.
No, come on.
That's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
No, Aiden.
He takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Mommy's watching the video.
Interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also
on,
sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Not afraid to take their shots right away. What was that, like a 9-9-9
The
round?
ribs already.
Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared
I
the
need to
defense
cook
was
some
prepared.
rice or
I'm
vegetables.
with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Come on.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Overrun them like that.
It's a big play there.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their
Griffin got to get there earlier than that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
Good job, son.
Intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They give him 4 yards.
Hey, will you go get my phone off my bed, please?
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken out. Gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Clements. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape and say, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be...
I guess Aiden didn't hear me ask him to grab my phone off.
2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take the feedback that he's getting.
Did you hear me say, give me my phone off the bed?
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Monarchs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out to the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Clements. He finds his man, complete. That's Knight.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Clements. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clements. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Clements. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Now room for Eckler. Room here to run. Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On the ground, this is Williams. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down now, it's Williams. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Broncos. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Monarchs 20, Broncos 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Running on first down, Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 69 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 31, Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Clements. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Clements. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great
touchdown! Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Monarchs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10. To throw again, Clements. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
from the gun on 3rd down. Clements. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit,
They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
To throw on third down, Clements. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on first down, Clements. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On second down, Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off play action, Clements. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Clements. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Williams again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Back to throw. Clements. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance?
I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as pressure comes, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. To throw on 2nd down. Clements. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. That's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Monarchs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And he's gone 2-2 on us now, and 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce. Big-time points put on the board by him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Clements. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He'll get this to Eckler, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. They give to Williams, running right. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Desperation time, fourth down, and down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.